Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and today we're going to look at box 6 of my deck collection. I've been reviewing decks of playing cards for a really long time, and done close to 1,000 deck reviews on this channel. And every now and then people ask, "Hey, show us your entire collection," and I'm not gonna do that. The video would just be way too long. So I decided, you know what? I'll just go through it box by box. Okay. So this is gonna be box 6. Normally these are blind boxes and I don't know what's inside, but some boxes I label. And so this one says Madison and Illusionist. So I'm guessing, yeah. There's nothing, no writing on the sides of these. Obviously, this is a Daniel Madison box. I hope you guys are all subbed to his YouTube channel. I hope you're following him over on Instagram, following him over on the TikTok, right? He's a super big influence in my life, and I just love his channel, love his style, both as an artist and as a magician, because he is an artist, and he's hilariously funny, which I totally love. So I think I'm going to organize these because I know there's some similars, and then we'll get into the deck review. All right, first thing I want to say is these are not all my Madison decks. I have more. I think I can only fit 19 or 20 decks in a box. So I have more, but they're in other random boxes. And of course, over time, we'll get to those. But this is just a box of 19, okay? So again, I got more, and this isn't all of them. So this is my gold Revolvers, okay? You got the Madison logo on the front, and then a repeated Madison logo on the back. And the inside has a reveal for the 9 of clubs right there on the tuck flap. And looking at the cards, so beautiful. You guys said you liked seeing each deck individually like this. That's gold foil right there. So that's pretty cool. You got 2 dealer cut cards right there, and a small power ace, small ace of spades. And looks like I haven't really gone through this deck very much because it's still in a good order, but you got the custom courts, you got an original ace of diamonds with Madison's logo. Otherwise, a lot of standards, right? And of course, you got Madison, the man himself, as the king of diamonds, king of clubs, Laura London on the queen of clubs, right? So pretty fun deck all around. And of course, there's more than one, there's an extra king of diamonds, more than one version of Revolvers. And I'm sure I've got more in my collection, but that's just one. I'm showing you some singles right now. Madison Kittens, you heard me, Madison Kittens. Traditionally cut deck of cards. So a deck that's supposed to look like a deck that came out of your grandmother's drawer, but a deck you could do magic with. So this was an Illusionist release, and of course it's got kittens on it. The back's made to look very vintagey, flowery, but these are also marked cards, which is pretty cool. There's a marking on the back of those, and then you're gonna get a little gaff there, which is kind of fun, and even the faces have like wear marks in them so that they look vintagey, but you get your custom kings like you would with a Madison deck, and some standards, right? Every single deck, or sorry, every single card has a little bit of a different wear to it. So if you were fortunate enough, or in my case, silly enough, to get these cards, because it really is, it's a deck of cats. It is a deck of cats. Right? You gotta love cats. I don't even think, does Madison have a cat? I don't know if I've seen a cat walking around his house in his videos. I have a cat. I do. I have a cat. I try to keep him out of the shots as much as possible. Madison dealers. Okay. And again, he's got more of these. I have more of these, but this is just the one single that I have in my box. So there's a Madison red. I think I've got some dealers still sealed, in fact. I think I've got some greens and some reds still sealed, because it was the same deck he used for the gaff deck. And so I was a big fan of the Gaff deck, and so I got some extras. And so again, back design is his repeated Madison logo. There's a sloppy horseshoe. But custom courts, of course. Large exploded custom ace of spades. Standard pips and indices, which Madison is a fan of. Some of the very familiar court card peeps that you remember from previous decks. There's Madison, King of Diamonds. King of Clubs, Laura London. Adam Wilbur, right? There's a double backer and an ad card. Yeah, and dead Raven Joker. Is there another one? I must have passed the other Joker somewhere in there. So there's that deck. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know Madison's decks, and they're pretty popular, right? But I said I would go through all of them. I said I would go through every box, and so we'll show you all of them. This is the Pink Advocates, okay? This is one of the last decks I picked up from Madison. So beautiful, empty pink box. Says Nine of Clubs right there, Nine of Clubs reveal, which is Daniel's favorite card. And you get a Nine of Clubs right there on the top, right? Extra Nine of Clubs. Double facer right there. And there's your back design. Pink, right? With Charlie with the arrows going through it. There's your back. And is that another double? Yeah, the double facer right there. And let's see, Ace of Spades right there. Standard layout, blacks are black, reds are red, and of course, custom courts. A lot of these decks are going to look the same on the faces because Madison has a very simple style. And he likes simplicity. He likes things streamlined, right? I think a lot of us can appreciate that and appreciate unclutteredness, right? I don't like clutter. I don't even like having tons of stuff in my house. I don't. I like keeping very minimal amount of things. I don't need lots of shirts, lots of pants, lots of shoes. I don't need any of that stuff. I like to keep things small and tight. All right, so we got two decks of Knights. Got a white deck and a red deck. This was a companion piece he did alongside Chris Ramsey when the two of them worked at Illusionist. And so these are also marked cards. This one is a red matte tuck. This is a white, and they both have gold foil on the inks. And you got some tuck lining there. There's your back design. It's made up of chess pieces, both, you know, in gold and in red, right? And like I said, got lining there and there. Let's see if I can do two at the same time. And it's, kind of shows up. Not really, but you get the picture, right? They look like that. Am I going through both of them? Probably not. Let's just go through one, right? So gold foils and black outline. So your red ink there is replaced with gold. Tinier impact on the front, right? Smaller pips, different layout. But again, custom quartz, beautiful gold pips there. And those inks really reflect. There's Daniel. There's the man. There's my buddy, right? And let's see if I can find the Ace of Spades somewhere in here. This is so exciting. I know you guys are riveted. Glued to your seats. There you go. Ace of Spades and two jokers. Chess piece fallen over with the Raven logo. And then you got two extra cards there. It's a knight, right? It's a knight. Knight, or the one of the characters on the chessboard. Let's just glance through red, okay? Really quick. More standard quartz, right? There's your customs. There's David Blaine. You know who that guy is? Yeah, he's a magician. You might want to look him up. He's pretty cool. There's your jokers. There's your two knights cards. There's your ace of spades. You get it, right? You got it. You're good. You're golden. Let's look at let's look at putting the tuck flap in all the way. Let's look at rounders. And again, I'm pretty sure I have some more rounders. If I do, I've got more black. That was the popular one. So I got pink, I got black, and I got like a chocolate brown. And of course, the back design is the back design of the cards. Ta-da! Should we go for a triple? A triple? Let's do it. I said triple. I don't know what you heard. All right, so we're looking at the brown is really cool too. The brown is reminiscent of a Win deck. There's a Win casino deck that's this same kind of brown, but you can really see that. Look at that. That's my black is kind of stiff. Let's roll them over. And if you are wondering like why I have such weird deck order, it's because I just leave them in the order that I last reviewed them in. This, you're like, what is this? That is my take on a double thick card. So I do not glue two cards together. Rather, I just fold one corner over and glue it on itself. That way, you can still hold it. It looks like a single, because it is a single, but that little corner right there acts as a double. So when you got it in the middle of the deck, and look at that break. It's massive. So if it was on the table and you had your spectator cut, they're going to cut right to it. It's right there. It's going to be perfect every time. So it's a great way to force a card. So let's say you wanted to force a card, right? You would say force that joker, which is what's underneath that double. Okay, so we're going to force that joker. So with the deck on the table like that, your spectator's just going to pick the cards up, and then there's the joker. You forced it just like that. Let's look at brown. So look at that, custom court cards. What? Yep, it's true. Blacks are black, reds are red, just like you'd expect. Darker, a little bit of darker red. Double backer, illusionist ad card, rounders, ace of spades, joker right there, right? And then there's your other joker. So standing on top of like a Leatherman or a swing out blade. Custom court cards, of course. I think that was everything we wanted to look at, right? Yep. Let's check the pink deck and see if it's any different. A little pink Charlie right there. There's your ace. Standard. There's your custom courts. Red, right? There's Daniel Madison. It is this, right? Ad card, double backer. It's a great series because it's really reminiscent of classic casino. It really does look like a Win deck, or how a Win deck used to look, or vintage Vegas. Let's call it that. It's got that should be a thing, right? We should say we should say a deck has a vintage Vegas look. I'm coining the phrase right now. Vintage Vegas. It was mine. That's my legacy. So when people say it, they say, I think this deck has a vintage Vegas look. You can say, dude, Magic Orthodoxy came up with that phrase. You gotta credit him. You know I'm joking, right? All right, and the last decks I have in here from Madison are this series here. So these were another Illusionist release, and this is all the decks that were in the series, okay? There's two of these, okay? So the Hellions deck, there was a black and a red, and then the Saints deck was this kind of turquoisey sky blue. Martyr deck was this black, and the Confessions deck was gray. So let's start with Hellions. Madison said that this was inspired by David Blaine's decks. Just he wanted to go for something that was a little bit more complex. You know, get away from the simplicity, do something a lot more involved. So tuck lining again, and symbols on the tuck flaps. Let's look at the other one. This one's red on the inside. Okay, so red deck inside of a black box. and black deck inside of a red box. Ooh, think that was done on purpose? Of course. So there's your cards, right? And again, lots going on, right? Lots going on the back design. Tons of action, nonstop action, and bottom loading, right? Bottom loading tucks. Saw that, right? Back design on the back. Let's look at red. So smaller pips. Okay, more negative space. I am reversing the deck. Black outline around the red pips. And looks like I might have grouped all the court cards together on this one. Spades. So a lot of the standard custom courts that you'd expect to see. Sleepy Jack, Sleepy Queen. That means their eyes are closed, right? Here's a custom mist-indexed pip card. Scroll. This is like your signing your soul away to the devil. And here's your devil's hand card, and then your inkwell that you're going to sign. Custom Queen, Custom King, Custom Jack, Daniel Madison, small Ace of Spades, and large custom Diamond Pip. Let's look at the red deck and see if it's that much different. On the tuck flap, it says, "As beloved, so below." Nope, same, right? Same. I didn't fan these out for you. Let me fan these out. So, looks like that. You can do that when you have a mat. Get a card mat, guys. Get a card mat. Okay, so Martyrs. Again, bottom loading tuck. Yeah. Piece of art there on the back. Kind of gothic. Okay. Again, one of those very complex, lots going. That was real. What happened over here? I turned the corner too fast and I spun out. I spun the car out. It was like that. That's what's going on in the corner. That's kind of funny. Yeah. Should look like that, right? There's your back design. Can you do that thing where you kind of... You ever done that before? That's a lot of fun. Yeah. Yay. Probably you're going to see a lot of the same action going on. Suicide King. Black indices in the corners on a red card, right? So, Daniel Madison, what's he doing? Drinking a vial of poison. Custom King of Clubs, he's got blood on his sword. Reversing the order of the cards, just for anybody that hates that. Double-decker, big, huge Ace of Clubs. Suicide King with actual blood coming out of his skull. Grody. Mask on that Jack. Let's see what else we can find. Joker, it's like a head chopping block. Small Ace of Spades. And a basket of heads. It's a basket of human heads. Ugh. Let's put them back in the box. All messed up. And Confessions, back design looks like that. Okay, bottom loading tuck, which means your back design more the simple style that you love Madison for, right? Just top and bottom logo. And big, huge, upside down Ace of Spades. There you go. And this has little text, little phrases on there. You see that? So like this Five of Spades says, "I killed a friend's pet tarantula while trying to play with it and acted like I didn't know anything about him having a tarantula." So that was interesting. Six of Spades says, "I once lied about why I couldn't attend a relative's funeral so I could go to a party." So these are all confessions, right? 2 says, I've stolen things I've had money to buy. So each one has a random confession on it, and we're looking for quartz. So your quartz are shrunken down. They're in the center because they have to make room for that text. So my friend's baby might be mine and not her husband's. Not her husband's? That's what it says. This one says, I don't own any Madison decks. That's probably the worst sin in this entire deck. So here's your quartz, right? And yes, I'm making a big mess. This one says, I don't pay child support. Shame on you. Shame on you, person who doesn't pay child support. Ace of diamonds. Your 2 similar cards, and then your 2 jokers, which is like a diptych. Goes like that. And I've made a big mess. Once again. It looks cool when you're making the mess, but it doesn't look cool when you have to clean it up. This doesn't look cool, right? And then the Saints deck, which of the 4 is my favorite. I don't know why. I just like the color. So turquoise, there's a saint on the back. Maybe it's because the title of my channel is Orthodoxy, right? And saints, that kind of goes with Orthodox, right? There you go. A little tuck flap. And the back design, again, complex with a little bit of turquoise in there. You can see what the back design looks like. Let's try to be a little neater this time. Let's be a little cleaner, right? A hand. There's 2 hands. Okay, they're both in front of some text there. It's a little poem. Small ace of spades. And court cards have like the turquoise behind their head. I like that, but only on one head. And turquoise for the red instead of red, right? Except the centers are white. Centers are white, outside pips are turquoise. See that up in the corners? And there's some more custom quartz. Let's see. This guy's always on the King of Hearts. I should know his name. I should. I don't. Because I'm bad. All right. Ace of Hearts, double wings. Pretty cool. And then double backer, and then Daniel Madison. So that is actually it for the Madison decks in this box. I have 4 more decks. 5. I have 5 more decks, but they are not Madison decks, okay? So the outside box said Madison/Illusionist. So these last decks are Illusionist decks. They're Kingslayers. Sometimes people confuse these with Madison decks because they're just so simple. But I believe these decks are a tribute to another very popular deck. Yep. So I think these are all I have. Blue, black, turquoise, orange, red. So it is double swords on the back like that. And very unique. Which one do you want to see? Huh? Orange? Okay. So I'll show you orange. They're all the same. Okay, they're all the same. So bright back design, right? And stunning, really. I mean, the color on these, look at this. That is poppin', right? Poppin'. So very thin border too. And again, you get that small pip layout. So can't even see it. There you go. Crossed swords for your jokers, and here's your ace of spades right there. Small layout, again, smaller pips there. Oh, my 3 tried to run away. And your court cards are very unique. So they look more like traditional courts, but kind of a cartoony, stylized look to them. And then each deck, they're going to be colored in their respective. So this is orange, right? So orange courts and orange cards for the red cards. So if you go through the rest, let's see you get a double backer, right? And then an extra 4. if I just grab the turquoise, because I think that was the second most popular one you guys called out. You said you wanted me to see turquoise. So it looks like that. And then it's going to be the same. And when you look at the quartz, see, they're turquoise. So turquoise. Oh, and there's some red in there too. Turquoise, quartz. So yeah, Kingslayer. You guys pick these up? You guys like the Kingslayer? The tuck on this one says topple the master. This one says topple the master. Does the orange say anything different? Nope, it says the same thing. Topple the master. So that is my box here. 19 decks. Like I said, those are Illusionist decks right there. So yeah, but like I said, I do have more Madison decks. We'll look at those as they are revealed, as they come out. But what's your favorite Madison deck? Tell me down below. Tell me which deck. Tell me which deck of Madison you've bought in multiple colors. So like dealers, rounders, like which set did you get the most of? That you said, oh, I love that pattern, so I'm gonna get like 6, 7, or I'm gonna get 2 bricks. Tell me down below. I think we'd all love to hear what you all have to say. Or if you like Madison's reader backs, like whenever he does readers, you know, he kind of tries to make them very hidden in his systems. Tell me what you think about his readers. Or if you try to pick up his last masterclass, you know how Blaine's got a masterclass coming out, but Madison actually put one out a year ago. So he did a big, huge masterclass that's available at his website. I don't know how many of you picked that up. I picked it up. I really wanted to review it, and I just haven't gotten around to it because the project is just so massive. But I'll definitely get to that. So, hey, thanks for watching. Let me know if you still like these videos, and I'll keep making more. All right, bye.